For Charles Darwin, reproduction underpinned his whole theory of evolution. And during his journey through the Blue Mountains, he found some evidence that was quite literally out of the blue.
Hey, wow, Simon, there's something very exciting down here. So if you think the mammals are strange in Australia, have a look at this. This is fantastic. This is a satin barbird display area. Just lovely.
This guy's a right kleptomaniac. Where did he get all this from?
As you say, it's kleptomaniac of the bird world. Basically, the male barbird collects just this specific dark blue, navy blue, and the girls absolutely adore it. This is the equivalent of having 3 Ferraris in your garage. It's extraordinary.
This is incredible, this obsession with this blue colour. He's got all sorts of man-made things here. There's this is a top of an aerosol can, and he's got clothes pegs. We've got a magnet, a blue number 9. This is so strange. Male bowerbirds normally decorate their display areas with a selection of naturally coloured objects. Flowers, fruits, and even shiny insects. But what did Darwin make of it all?
Well, Charles Darwin was very interested in sexual selection. So he was saying, not only do you have to have great genes, but you've got to look great.
Yeah.
Well, the barbird doesn't have to look great. What he has to have is his boudoir has to look great. And this is his boudoir.
So it's not just survival of the fittest, it's survival of the sexiest.
Yeah, that's right.
Charles Darwin believed this struggle to secure a mate explained why in many species the sexes differed so greatly from each other. But there was another, even stronger driving force at play too: natural selection. This is where changes in the environment cause species to adapt. The kangaroo's own evolutionary story is a classic example.
We're going to go back in time, back into the rainforest down here. And once Australia was a lot further south, and it was actually covered with rainforest.
Is there much of it left?
Yep, we're going to see it right now. And it's beautiful, actually. I love it.
Nowadays, we tend to think of the interior of Australia, the outback, as one big desert. But it hasn't always been so. 45 million years ago, the outback was a forest, a rainforest. It was much wetter, it was much cooler, and the ancestors of kangaroos and wallabies ran around, galloped around, eating fungi and shrubs and such things. But then later, it became drier and hotter. The forest retreated, it became a desert, and the ancestors of kangaroos and wallabies had to find a new way of life, a new way of getting about, and new ways of feeding.
As the climate changed, so did the kangaroos. Some grew large. Procoptodon, the giant short-faced kangaroo, weighed over 200 kilograms and could easily pick off leaves 3 meters off the ground. Others developed a taste for eggs and meat. Propleopus was a giant version of today's much smaller rat kangaroo. But whilst those beasts died out, modern kangaroos came to dominate, specialising in feeding on the tough grasses. This was Charles Darwin's theory of natural selection in action: the survival of the fittest.